Hello there everyone, welcome back to Megaman X2. Today we'll be taking on Bubble Crab, and we'll be taking on Flame Stagger. Our water and fire mavericks for the game. Alright, Bubble Crab, known in Japan as Bubbly Crabalos, is a crab-based maverick from Megaman X2. He was once a maverick hunter and served in the 6th Naval Unit, along with the Wheel Gator. The two had a strained working relationship and always argued, being extremely avaricious. Bubble's only motivation in life was to amass great wealth. He joined Sigma's army rebellion, seeing it as his big break. He was put in charge of transportation and tasked with defending the Maverick's deep-sea submarine base. In this part, we'll also be taking on Violen, who is the last of the X-Hunters that we have to fight. But his bio doesn't want to appear for me right now, so one thing is that the little fish, the big giant metal fish we're fighting here, you have to destroy it before it reaches its destination. Otherwise, you will not be able to make it to the X-Hunter area. Basically, you just have to, piecemeal take it down. You just have to keep hitting it with charge buster shots. If you have the dual charge buster shots, this is much easier. With the normal one, it's going to be taking a minute. Recommended areas to hit it are actually in its face, because the face actually goes down pretty easily to a secondary charge buster shot, and hitting on the top. You only have to destroy about 5 pieces of its body before it falls down and just dies back into the watery depths. See, face just destroyed, just like disintegrated. Oh, also destroy its tail. The tail is also pretty easy to destroy, although the tail won't just fall off like everything else. As you can see, like in this area, it slows down to give you a chance to catch up to it and destroy it. Taking a lot of damage. On other runs, I can take it down easier. And it disappears because of compression issues. I still don't know why SNES 9X does that. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead back for health, so I'll just take this time to look at Violen and tell you about him. My headset doesn't want to stay on my, on my head though, so, you just stay on. Anyway, Violen, one of the X-Hunters from Megaman X2, not an intellectual in any sense of the word. His rowdy and aggressive behavior characterize him as the brute force of the organization. It doesn't really say what Violen's known as in Japan. In Romaji, he's Violen. He's just Violen usually, though, which I assume is just because Japanese people would understand the English language, so they just call him Violen there. Violen has a short appearance with the other X-Hunters in the opening scene of the Sega Saturn, PlayStation, and PC versions of Megaman X3. Violen and the X-Hunters also appear briefly in the opening of X5. Violen resembles a gorilla, unlike Surges and Violen, who resemble humans. No duh. So, Bubbly Crabalos' stage has both a heart tank and an E-tank. However, to get to the heart tank, we're gonna have to do some Flame Stagger jumping and things. I'm going to attempt to go for it here, but I need Flame Stagger's, I forgot what that ability is called. I think it's called, like, something. It's called something. But I don't know what it is. Anyway, for Violen's boss fight, what you want to do is you want to, be openly prepared for it. So when you go for it, you don't want to you don't want to go into it without a E-tank at least filled up, or some energy in the E-tank filled, because when you go into this fight, he's probably one of the hardest of all of them to fight, of the X-Hunters, I mean. You also want to have your, your armor upgrade, because with the armor upgrade you can take down Violen. You can take more damage from Violen compared to normally if you didn't have it. If you did have it, you'll see when we get to the boss fight itself, that Violen takes a lot of health and damage, and that in that doing of that, he'll end up just messing you up horribly. So I'm just collecting energy as much as I can. probably get bored, just leave. I believe each individual energy crystal piece thingamabobby has like gives you about 8 pegs of energy. I'm not sure about that. Don't quote me on it, but I believe it gives you 8 pegs of energy. So don't be careful with just go for those if you see them. The little ones also give you, I believe, 4 pegs. So when you're filling up an E-tank, you can if you find really big ones, you can get multiple ones of those. Then do that. I know with in this area there's a secret. Look at that. See, that's so annoying because if I had not taken that damage earlier, I could have just gotten that bigger one. There's a secret area in this level that you can actually go to, and you can get a ton of energy for you to use for your E-tanks. I'll show it off later. However, something I never really liked about the classic X series was that when you use an E-tank, it was all or nothing. And something I really hate about X8 is the fact that in X8 you don't even get E-tanks. You just get like energy, like things. It's like little capsules where you can get energy, but you can't find them. You have to buy them in the shop by using crystals that you find in levels. So that's what I mean when I say that you can't find them. Also, I recommend always filling out your E-tanks in the classic X games to full, just to be safe, because sometimes you might think that, oh, I'll just get enough health just normally from like this amount, and then all of a sudden you barely get any health. It's kind of finicky like that. Almost there. Could go ahead and start making our way to Violen now. So an update on Star Fox Command, that other Let's Play I started a long time ago. It's being recorded. The second story's been finished. Third story needs to be finished, but then we'll have those.
X, I shall crush you like a tin can.
And Violen. Violen has probably the beefiest defense of all the X-Hunters, and really when you're fighting him, you just want to keep dodging his little energy pellet things. I got lucky on this, and this is the move that he kept spamming. But when he starts, like, firing his, what is it called? His giant, his, giant spike, his giant mace off that's on his back. When he starts firing that all over the place, just try to dodge. Look at that, see? Even with a full E-tank, I did fill me up all the way. E-tanks are finicky. But, when he starts firing that all over the place, he does a ton of damage, and a no-armored X is just annoying. Characters like the character like Violen are the reason why a lot of people in other Let's Plays of Megaman X2 act like the X-Hunters are the worst thing in the world, because, you know, he's tough. He's not at all easy to fight, and I don't blame people for not wanting to take on the X-Hunters just because of Violen alone. But now that he's on low health, I just decided to shoot at him. Luckily enough, he didn't hit me with that last mace ball.
The unification is in jeopardy!
Meaning it stopped, because I took all the parts of Zero back now. So after this level, we'll get a cutscene with Dr. Kane. Which I never really brought up about Dr. Kane. Dr. Kane is the guy that opened up X, his capsule, in the original Mega Man X. If you remember in the intro of that game, well, if you watched the intro, it says that Dr. Kane, it says Dr. Kane's name in it, and in the, you know, in the little movie for Maverick Hunter X, Dr. Kane makes an appearance, in the movie. But, the Day of Sigma, you know, animation. But, Dr. Kane apparently dies after X3, so we'll only see him in this game and the next game, because we don't actually get to see him in the first game, obviously, because it's similar to Mega Man, where, the original Mega Man, where we didn't get to meet Dr. Light till Mega Man 2. Yeah. So, that's something. So as I'm doing here, just trying to collect energy back. Bubble Crab isn't actually that hard of a Maverick, in all honesty. He's probably the easiest Maverick. In fact, we're already at him. His stage is pretty short. Without excluding the X-Hunter fight, his stage actually doesn't matter that much in the long run. It doesn't actually not matter, but it doesn't make that much of a difference. as far as Bubble Crab's weakness, Bubble Crab is weak to the Wheel Gator's wheel shot. Whenever you do that, you get rid of this little bubble that he makes around himself to try and defend himself with. And if you're able to, you can actually get him to hit himself twice, because he does that. He'll and by that I mean like he'll like take recoil, or he won't respond well to the attack. Look at him 3 times because he ran into it. Because the Wheel Gator weapon doesn't just disappear after he hits him. So as you can see, using Wheel Gator's weapon, you can destroy Bubble Crab in seconds. You barely even got to use half of his abilities. In the redone fight that you get when you're fighting him again in the boss rush, he does have spikes atop of his ceiling, so be careful about that. But that's gonna be safe till later. Yeah. I love that little splash that comes up whenever you go out of the water. Nice little bit of animation. It looks kind of realistic. You got the bubble splash. And now Dr. Kane will give us some information. I can try to reactivate Zero, but I need more time before you can reinstall his control chip. Try to slow them down. Good luck. X here, not Zero. You can't just leave a room without saying anything. That's just rude. Zero can do it because he's awesome. You can't. Volcanic Zone. And now we're going to take on Flame Stagger. For the next 3 Mavericks, we won't have any type of side attacks or side things to do, so we'll just take on Mavericks. So it's going to take us less time this time, from now on. And I love Flame Stagger's theme. But now that we're in Flame Stagger's stage, let me go ahead and give you his bio. Oh, when I say Flame Stagger, that's his Japanese name. I'll always call him Flame Stagger. Flame Stag, known in Japan as Flame Stagger, is a Maverick in Megaman X2 based off a deer. Once serving as a member of the Maverick Hunters' 17th Elite Unit, he followed along with Boomer Kwanger to join Sigma's first rebellion. Afterwards, his whereabouts became unknown, but later resurfaced occupying an active volcano in the intent of triggering an eruption that would lock out the sun with all volcanic ash. Flame Stagger's a lot more darker than, you know... Oh, I don't know. Boomer Kwanger? I mean, Boomer Kwanger wasn't trying anything that dark. He's gonna block out the sun. Can't have that, now can we? As you saw back there, we grabbed a heart tank and we grabbed an E-tank. If you're able to... When you see this area, if you're able to get on top of this wall, you can actually, get this little beetle thing to hit the wall, and this is how you get into the X-Hunter area for this level. However, it only comes once, so if you do it at the bottom level, then it doesn't work. So see, if I was still having to fight an X-Hunter, that door would be allowing me to go through and I could go in. But I can't. So I have to go through this area. Anyway, as far as Flame Stagger's level, you have lava that's instant kill. At least this lava is. The lava that was following us as we got the heart tank before wasn't actually a instant kill lava. It was more of a It wasn't instant kill. It was just a very high damaging lava. And when you're going through this little tower section because you're in a volcano, or not because you're in a volcano, because I'm pretty sure these bug things aren't in volcanoes, but because you're in this area, these little bug things will come around and activate the gas that will start to hurt you with fire, because they light the gas off of their tails. And see, this is the most annoying area just because of that. There was something really odd about Megaman X2, which was when I was getting ready to record this part, because it should have went up yesterday on Saturday, but it's going up on Sunday instead. I had to think, I was worried that I'd have to re-fight Violen, Bubble Crab, and Flame Stag because I didn't actually find the video files, because for some reason I just couldn't find them. As far as Flame Stag, look at this boss fight. Okay, I'm just using Bubble Crab, his weakness, and all he does is the same move. Prepare to see that in Megaman X3. That's all it's going to be. Hit them with a weakness, they jump around you. Hit them with another weakness, jump around you. Hit them with their weakness again, jump around you. Flame Stag's at least more interesting because he attacks back in a counter form. but he can be broken so easily just doing this. And look at it, he's just not gonna move. He's just gonna keep doing this over and over and over again. And when he gets down to low health, he starts turning to blue. Now, I don't remember what the explanation for that is. In the official artwork, Flame Stag's flames, including the forming of his antlers, are red. In X2, however, his flames are blue in both his intro pose and when fighting against him the second time. The only instance where they are both his mugshot in the stage select screen and the majority of the battle of his room before he gets to low health. In his official artwork, Stag's armor is also a deep blue. With the exception of the mugshot, however, it's black in his in-game sprites. So now that we've completed those, let's go ahead back to Bubble Crab stage and let's get the heart tank. In order to get the first off, let's get the E-tank. In order to get the E-tank, you have to jump up there using Bubble Crab's ability, and then you get a double jump out of the water. I don't know how that works, but there's that. And to get the heart tank, and then to get the heart tank in Bubble Crab stage, we're gonna have to use the Flame Stagger ability. I've seen people do it without using any ability at all. Just like how I've seen people get the what's it called? The arm upgrade, the Buster Shot upgrade, without using any abilities at all, but I can't seem to do it. So, there's that alone. I don't know how people get so skilled at X2. I can't seem to do half the stuff that they do. Maybe they're just better than me. Anyway, to get this, I use Flame Stagger's, flame shot thing, ability. Oh, Speed Burner, that's what the name of this thing is called, I remember now. So in order to use the Speed Burner to get this, in my opinion, you have to, do a double air dash, because you're going to have to do this to get another heart tank later in the game, so you'll get used to it if you do it once here. Now, I get a few shots with this, and this is going to be the last one I can pick. This one or the next one could be the last 2 shots I get at this. There we go. Yeah, that was the last shot. Alright. Then we got ourselves a heart tank. But that's going to be it for X2 this time, everyone. I'll see you all next time when we take on, Crystal Snail and, Magnus Centipede. There we go. I remember their names. Alright, thanks for watching.